nominated for Best Community College Radio Station 2014 by the Intercollegiate Broadcasting System. Everything you want to hear from the voice of Cerritos College. WPMD on the net, where people make a difference.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of the Falcon Spotlight. I'm your host, Rob JF, and it's a great morning. And we have quite a bit of events coming up. We have a event in Sacramento, and this is an event called March in March. And I'll get to you guys with more details in a bit. But first, I want to introduce my guests. At this time, I would like them to please introduce themselves.
My name is JC Navas. I'm president of Be Love Club.
All right, my name is Peggy Sue, and I have a show called Swing with the World at the radio station, WPMD.
Okay. Be Love. What is Be Love?
It's a theory that I go by. I think if you want respect, you have to give respect. So I think love goes the same way. And I named it Be Loved. I know it's a little cheesy, but I think that if you remind yourself that in order to be loved, you have to give love, you'll find happiness. And I think a smile can make someone's day. So I try to smile even if I have bad days. So that's why it's called a little feminine. But Be Loved, I think, was perfect. So.
Now, when it comes to love, and especially when you like to do something that you enjoy or a hobby and so forth, Peggy, tell me, how did you go about, getting into doing your own show?
Okay, well, I came in here and I fell in love with just the music. The music itself I fell in love with when I was really little. My mom and my grandpa actually got me into it. And so they didn't have a show like that here. So I thought I'd do a show like that to bring some kind of culture from the 40s and 50s to the music station. So, yeah.
Okay. Now, for the both of you, this semester, what are you involved in as far as clubs?
Thank you. I am involved in a couple clubs. I'm trying to get in the WPMD, but since I have class, it kind of interferes. I'm in Dynamic Dance Club, QSA, and then Project Care, which is a cancer awareness club, and my own club, which is Be Loved.
Oh, wow, you're involved in a lot. I'm just involved in a WPMD.
Okay. Now, how did you guys get inspired to join a club? Did you hear about it? Did you right away know you wanted to be part of a club, or did someone talk you into it?
You want me to go ahead? Thank you. The thing is that I had been hanging out with Demo a lot, and Demo is president of the club. So he kind of got me into it, and he said, if you want to have your own radio show, then you can come and join and do an audition, which is 30 minutes. So I got into it from Demo, and Demo really just put me out there. So it was really cool.
Well, that's cool. I don't know who that guy is, but he sounds chill.
He is.
Me, it's because I say I'm a loner, but no one agrees with me. So I know a lot of people, and they're all in clubs. So they're like, oh, you should come to my club. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I go because they drag me along. But I enjoy it at the end of the day. So.
Interesting. Oh, by the way, I just want to add a little disclaimer just in case. Right now, currently, because of the fact that we have people that are going to run for president and trustee at the moment, I'm just requesting for my guests to not endorse anybody in specific yet on the air, because I guess because of the fact that we are the media, everything has to be equal. So we can't have any shout outs to a particular person running for president at this time yet, or trustee.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty.
What was it like so far, as far as your time here at Cerritos College? What are your majors?
Go ahead.
My major is communication studies.
My major is biology.
Biology.
Yes.
Okay. We have some different things going on.
Yes.
Tell me, what is it like for you right now at the moment? You know, with your schedule. Do you guys have full-time schedules right now?
It's full time for me. It's crazy. I have macro and microbiology advanced, and then I have a biogenetic advanced class. So it's pretty hectic for me right now.
That's awesome. I wish I had your brain. I'm a full-time too, but it doesn't get. I try to stay stress-free, even though it doesn't work all the time. But I think it's just budgeting time.
Okay. So how is time management going at this time right now? How are you managing to, balance clubs, homework, and responsibilities?
It's really hard, but you got to put your schoolwork first because everyone wants to get out of here and transfer. So that's what you have to do. And if you don't show up to a club day or you don't show up to a club meeting, well, then that's how it goes. But I think that's how it is.
I feel you. I think that you have to prioritize, and at least me, like people use their phones. I write everything down in paper and I check. It's like a checklist for me. I know, a little old lady style, but yeah.
Okay. Now, right now, this semester, I know that some people, they like to have a strategy when they're going to pick their classes. Some of them, they'll say, I'll break it down into 4 days so that I can get out a little early. Others will decide, okay, I just want to go 2 days, but I'll make the sacrifice of, being here since, 7 a.m. all the way to, 9 p.m. or anything like that. Do you have, a certain strategy that you go with?
No. I just take what I can get, because I want to get out of here, so I want to transfer. So I just take what I can get.
I'm pretty much the same. If it's the class I need, I don't care what time it is, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I always ask my guests this question. What is your goal for this semester, and what is your goal for after your time here at Cerritos College?
Well, my goals for this semester is to do good in my classes because Caltech is actually looking at me. I got accepted as of April, I think. They're going to send me an acceptance letter. I got accepted for a scholarship. It's a biogenetic scholarship. So I have to do good in these classes because they want to see how I can handle the advanced classes. As far as next semester, I will be transferring to Caltech. So, yeah.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Well, me, I just want to pass on my classes. Hopefully, since it's my first semester actually being in charge of a club, hopefully it goes well. If not, then it's all good. But next fall, I should be transferring to Cal State Long Beach to actually, I know I'm excited. I don't know, I'm scared though, but I'm not exactly the smartest cookie, but I'm going to try my best, so.
Now, have you had to seek tutoring? Have you ever struggled with any classes lately or in the past?
Have you?
Yes, math is not my thing, so I'm always in the Math Success Center.
Me, not really. I mean, I just put my face in my books and I study hard and hope to God I pass, and I usually do. If you need help, I'm really good at math and I'm really good at science, so.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I'll be like, 4 in the morning, I need help.
That's all right.
Yeah, math turns my brain to slushy. So.
Right? Like, same here. It's like, math, you can make me read, write, but you put one math problem, I'm screwed. But I'm trying, so.
Not bad. Now, since we're talking about tutoring and stuff like that, I'm going to throw in a little plug here. I seen this flyer the other day. It says, help when Cerritos College students need it 24 hours a day. Smart thinking, online tutoring, anywhere, anytime. Writing assistance, math, statistics, biology, chemistry, organic chemistry, physics, anatomy and physiology, accounting, economics, finance, office applications, Spanish. With Smart Thinking, students can connect with Smart Thinking from inside Telenet, drop in to interact with a live tutor, submit writing assignments for any course to the Smart Thinking Writing Center, submit an offline question, and receive asynchronous reply. Oh, sorry about that. It took me a while to read that word. Okay, maybe.
You got this. You got this.
Key features: student-centered learning, smart thinking, online tutoring, engages students, and provides positive reinforcement. Our tutors guide students, posing problem questions, and using panel examples to promote active learning. Technology and bringing concepts alive. Smart thinking, proprietary tutoring software facilitates highly interactive tutoring sessions using an online whiteboard for live, real-time collaboration. Tutors and students have access to palette and tools to share text, draw diagrams, and post pictures. Increase faculty support. With smart thinking provides support, faculty can spend valuable class times focused on problems areas of new topics. Smart thinking is rated highly. Our ongoing student surveys of thousands of students have consistently found that our online tutoring services are meeting students' needs, improving course completion, and helping student performance. Attend one of the following information sessions and learn more. Let's see, today's the 19th, so there's actually one today at 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. and another one on the 20th from 11 to 12 p.m. All info sessions are held in the conference room, LC 201. So definitely that is another thing that you guys can do. Now, have you guys heard of the Women's History Month contest?
No.
No? Well, it says here that there's a Women's History Month contest. It's an essay. First prize is $200. Second is $150. Third prize is $100. And honorable mention is $50. It's due Friday, March 7th, 5 p.m. The topic is Women of Character, Courage, and Commitment. Instructions are you are to write a 750-word essay at least about a woman who deserves more prominent place in history on the basis of her character, courage, commitment. The woman may be alive or dead or fictional, and her contribution may come from any field. A few examples can be social justice, arts, economics, literature, sports, medicine, education, religion, and technology. Your essay should describe a woman's achievement and explain why she would be written into history based on her character, courage, and commitment. It is to be typed double-spaced with a title and worksite list. All essays must have the attached cover sheet that includes your name, your title, your student number, and contact info. Your student number and page number should appear at every page of your essay. No names except for the cover sheet. The title of the first page of your essay must match the title of the cover sheet. Submit 2 hard copies of your essay and the cover sheet in the mailbox of Dr. Linda Palumbo by Friday, March 7th at 5 p.m. or submit an electronic copy at turnitin.com as well. So it's both. And then the class name is Women's History Month, and the class number is 7408160. Password essay. So that's something you guys can look into as far as I know I'm winning money. Hey, that's always awesome. Yeah. It took me a while though to read that other one. Big words. Oh man, big words scare me. Oh man. We're gonna really quick transition into these public service announcements so that we can get right back to this. We'll be right back.
Wednesday afternoons at 2 Pacific on WPMD on the net. It's Swingin' with the World.
I've got the world on a string.
Swingin' with the World with Peggy Sue.
Swinging with the World plays 40s and 50s music. We do everything from the war years, and that's what I like.
Big bands, saloon singers, classic vocal groups.
It makes me want to jump and jive, and I want to give that gift that I have to the people who are listening.
Swingin' with the World. 2 p.m. Pacific every Wednesday on WPMD on the Net, where people make a difference.
Because it's my show. It's amazing.
Some statistics are surprising, some are unbelievable, and some are unacceptable. Right now, nearly 30% of U.S. students aren't finishing high school. Nearly 30%, and that's the average. In many places, it's even higher than that, and fixing it is a responsibility we all share. I urge everyone, not just parents, but friends and neighbors and family members, to take responsibility for encouraging the high school students in your communities, to support them, challenge them, push them a little, and do whatever it takes to help them make it through. Because this one statistic we simply can't afford to ignore. You can do your part by going to boostup.org and sending an email, a text message, or even a wake-up call to a student at risk at dropping out. Go to boostup.org and provide the boost that's needed to make it to graduation. A message from the U.S. Army, the Ad Council, and WPMD on the Net, where people make a difference.
The most dangerous part about diabetic symptoms is their ability to be overlooked. Symptoms like excessive thirst, blurred vision, irritability towards loved ones might be overlooked, but are classic symptoms of type 1 or type 2 diabetes. The staff at Cerritos College Student Health Services believe that you should play an active part in maintaining health and in treatment and prevention of diabetes or any other illness or disease. If you are suffering from these symptoms, we urge you to come in for a free diabetic test, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Student Health Services Center. Call 562-860-2451, extension 2321 to make an appointment. It's never too late to fight diabetes until it's too late to fight diabetes. A message brought to you by WPMD Cerritos College, Norwalk, California.
And we are back on the Falcon Spotlight. And I'm here with my guest, and we were just listening to Swinging with the World promo. Now, how did you come up with Swinging with the World?
Well, my first co-host was Lady Misk, and so we just thought about swing music and around the world, and so we put it together, Swinging with the World. And my intro song is called I've Got the World on a String by Frank Sinatra, so it came together pretty nicely.
And so when you first worked the courage to have a show, how did that go about?
Well, we did a 30-minute audition, and I was, like, really nervous because I didn't know what the heck I was doing. It was, like, my first time. But once I got to know the board and once I got to know everything, then I was just, like, it was like I was at home. And it wasn't nerve-wracking anymore. It wasn't, like, nervous, and I wasn't double-checking myself because I would double-check everything when I was on the air, so...
And you would say that's your favorite genre is, what would that be considered, classical or?
It'd be big band.
Big band?
Yeah.
Who's one of your favorite artists?
Frank Sinatra. That would have to be my favorite artist.
And when did you first become a fan?
My grandpa got me into it, and my mom, after my grandpa died, my mom carried it on. And so Frank Sinatra is kind of like a gateway to connecting with my grandpa that has passed on. He listened to the same music, so I feel that connection.
And how can people find your show or contact you?
It's on on Tuesdays from 3 to 4. You can contact me on Facebook, swingingwiththeworld.com/Facebook. And you guys can request a song or whatever you want, and we'll play it for you.
And do you see yourself taking this further, your specific specialty?
You know what? I don't really know. I mean, I'm really focused on my biology and biogenetic career right now, so this is just an extra thing on the side right now. But if it does, then I'll go with it.
Have you thought about uploading your shows to YouTube or SoundCloud?
No. I've never thought of that.
Yeah, it might be pretty good.
Thanks, Rob.
Now, I was wondering, Jackie.
Yes, sir.
Do you also have a particular interest in a specific type of genre of music, or?
Yes, I can listen to anything, from country to hardcore rock, but I have to say that my thing has always been oldies, so I have to stick with that.
So it seems that you both have a respect for music from the past.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I think in order for a future, the past plays a big role, and they started music, and back then I think it was innocent. Nowadays, it's so corrupt, so I don't know. It's not really my taste.
It's pretty interesting that you have some similar interests like that. Especially it's funny because you can't imagine. I guess people would think, oh, one is into like a lot of math and the other prefers like a different type of major.
Right.
But yet,
With music, there's no specific look, I think. With music, it's just one love, I think. Bob Marley right there. Hey.
not bad, not bad. Now, this club that you're talking about, this is brand new, right? It has never existed before.
Yes, sir. It's first semester. I didn't have the guts to before, but I think you have to face your fears sometimes.
And the emphasis of this club, what exactly is it about?
Well, since I was a foster youth and I emancipated, and I noticed that here in campus there's a lot of foster emancipated young adults and adults, and I wanted to, since we weren't raised with a family, I wanted to be that, or at least the club, a safe haven, a place where they can go and feel like they won't be judged, a place where they can make friends that are, quotations, normal, because once you say, oh, I was in foster care, people look at you different, I don't think I'm different, and I think I came out pretty well, so I just wanted to be that extra support, and it's pretty cool how I think a smile can make someone's day. So the whole Be Love Club is to be part of something bigger than ourselves, I think, because like the ocean, if we compare ourselves to the ocean, we're nothing. So I think that if we go out and volunteer in the community, we do something with our time. But if we take the time to help ourselves and other people, we're not only a friend, we can be like family for someone that might never had that opportunity. But Beloved is just to volunteer in our community, because there's a lot of things in the community that we can help in. Like we can go volunteer in Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, even in the Department of Children's Services. They have a lot of volunteer opportunities there. Here in Cerritos, there's a lot of events. Yeah, but I just wanted to see if I can make a difference. But we meet once a month, every last Thursday, and our first meeting is the 27th of this month from 11 to 12:15. So hopefully it goes well, and if not, then I can say I tried, because my biggest fear is not being able to say I tried and I failed, because I think what ifs are the worst thing that we can do to ourselves.
Where would it be meeting at?
In the EOPS and CARE building. It's right across the library. You walk in the doors and it's AD 117.
And that's the same room the EOPS meets, right?
Yes, same room. And I think also, if I'm correct, Spice Club meets there too.
Spice, okay.
Yeah.
What's Spice Club?
Spice Club is like for single parents, I believe. Yeah, it's very interesting. I respect them though. I love kids, so.
Peggy, what do you think about this new club?
It sounds pretty promising. I mean, you shouldn't be scared. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You tried at least,
Yeah.
You can say that you tried and you won't second think it,
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty outgoing, but then there's things that I keep to myself. So me starting a club, it took a while because I didn't think I was good enough. But then I realized, hey, if you don't think you're good enough, the world won't think you're good enough, right? So I think that I can do it, and I think everyone has the potential to be a leader, so why not give it a shot, right?
I think this is quite possibly a very, how do I say, motivational edition of the show. I was wondering, have you ever had to face, or have you ever experienced, a fear at first of, coming out of your shell, or were you always able to be active in organizations, or did you both take a while to pursue, joining stuff?
With me, I was very shy before. I would keep to myself. I wouldn't smile at anyone, especially high school, because I was moved around a lot. So I didn't know who to trust. I didn't know how to act. But then I came to Cerritos, and the first semester, I did well, I was like, I was a super loner back then, I came like 2012, fall 2012, so I was a super loner, and then the semesters after that, I kept dropping because I was like, oh, I'm not school smart. I was putting myself down, so I was never participating until last semester. I finally did good, and my friend was like, oh, you should join QSA, and I was like, what's QSA? I'm like, oh, it's like random letters, and then he explained to me what it was, Queer Straight Alliance, and I went, and I didn't have the courage to actually be part of the chamber, but my friend's like, oh, I think JC would be a good ICC rep. So I went up, I gave like the weirdest speech in my life. Like I was like, my name's JC, and I want to be your ICC rep. I don't have any requirements, but I'll try. They gave me the opportunity, and since then I've been very active. So I have to give thanks to QSA for giving me the opportunity to get out of my comfort zone. Because after that, I got to meet different people, and I realized that getting to know people is not bad after all.
That's really cool. Okay, well, with me, I went to private school all my life. I went to Warren High School, got kicked out of there for fighting. Then I went to Paramount High School, and I stayed there. I graduated, and I came here. I didn't really have trouble making friends. The thing was that I didn't really care if I had friends. So it was like, if you like me, okay. If you don't, I still don't care.
Right?
Like,
That's how I am, too.
Yeah, so, and I had a lot of problems with me and my style. I'm a greaser, so, like, people always gave me crap. They would always call me Grease Monkey, and I would always get in fights because of that, so
They
I had
used
to
to call
calm
me
it down.
Tarzan. So.
Oh, my goodness. But it was like, if you like me, fine. If not, well, then I don't care. So.
Yeah, I think that's also a very tough thing to deal with is, the bullies.
Yeah, it is. I would just fight, though, and then I'd get in trouble, so.
See, this doesn't sound very bad, but I wasn't the one getting bullied. I was the bully before.
Oh, okay.
But I'm nice now, all right? That was like middle school, like freshman year. I was a bully. But now I defend people who get bullied. So, yeah, it's like a cycle that you have to break, I think. But, yeah, bullying's bad. Trust, it is bad.
Yeah.
It's very bad.
Now, you had mentioned also private school, right?
Yes.
What's that like?
It is, everybody knows your business because there's like 200 kids, 250 kids in the school. So everybody knows what everybody's business is. Everybody knows who's going out with everybody. And I didn't like it because I felt like I was being judged and all these kids had money and I didn't. So it was kind of like uncomfortable. But when I went to public school, I felt like I was where I was supposed to be. I hated private school.
I was in a private school, but just until like 4th grade.
What school did you go to?
At the time I had lived in South Central, and I lived across the street from some church.
Mm-hmm.
It was called St. Malachi's.
Okay.
Yeah, so my grandpa, I think, insisted that I had to go there.
Well, the thing is that people don't understand as far as why I went to private school. My mom and dad didn't have anybody to pick me up. And at that time, daycare was only allowed in, was only offered in private schools. So that's the reason why I went to private school. Like, really, that's the reason why. I didn't go because she thought the teachers would be better or whatever. Half of the teachers aren't even certified in private school. So it's pretty crazy.
And what would you say the experience is like, aside from just the population size?
It's okay. I mean, we had to wear uniforms. I didn't like that. We had free days, though. The kids, like I said, were, like, super snotty, though. And it was kind of hard to make friends because, like, I didn't have what they had, so it was kind of tough.
I know the customs, I think, were a little different compared to regular public schools.
Right.
Because I guess the behavior I thought was normal at the time. For example, after lunch or recess, you'd line up in front of the class, but, in a line. But because later down the line in middle school, I was in the cadet program.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't notice, but they were implementing certain things you do in, like, the military programs. Like, for example, when you line up, you put your left arm forward and extend it to keep a certain amount of distance from the other person to keep it uniformed. I didn't realize they implemented that.
You know what? I didn't even notice it until you said it right now.
Yeah, and not only that, I mean, when we're in class, I guess we would put our hands together like that just on our desks.
Mm-hmm.
Just to be, I guess,
so they could see your
listen.
hands. Yeah.
And I didn't realize that was, like, planned or anything. Like, that was, I guess, embedded in the mind,
We're screwing up our kids, man.
So, like, later in public school, I'd just be like that, and everybody's like,
Yeah.
why is he like that, like a schoolboy? Like, just like that. But it's just customs and, I guess, manners, I guess, or some, I don't know. I was, like, the odd one, I guess, just.
Yeah, that's how you are.
So, you guys have had, like, trouble before, like, fitting in and stuff. How did you go about dealing with that?
Well, I used to fight. That's what I used to do. And then once I got kicked out of school, my mom was like, no more fighting. But I would still fight. And then I had to stop fighting in the 12th grade, though. Because it was kind of like I had all my senior stuff and I didn't want it taken away. So I just had to stop.
I used to fight too, but just because I had anger issues.
Oh, okay.
I know that sounds bad, but when you're in foster care, you really don't know who to trust or who to be. So to me, that was normal. It was just, I know there's like some guy I forgot, Darwin, I think, survival of the fittest was the way I was raised. Someone pokes you, you punch them,
Yeah.
like, so it's a cycle that I think that I had to break. But I've been different my whole life. I'm still pretty different. But I think I just got used to it. I realized that no matter what you do, people are going to hate you. If you change for them, she's just a follower. If you don't change, they're still going to be talking. So I'm exactly like you. You like me? Cool. You don't like me? It's okay. There's the door.
Yeah.
I'll hold it for you too, so. But I think that at least everyone has to deal with, I think, with being treated different. And we all cope differently. Some people do smoking, other people drink, other people just don't care. But if people say stuff, I don't talk back anymore. I don't even do anything. I just smile at them because I think that's the best way. Yeah, like, you smile at them, they're hating on you. Like, I must be pretty important if you keep talking about me.
Yes.
So. But I think that's the best way to cope with it.
Now, for foster care, I know we see movies and stuff, but I did the same thing with the anthropology club president. I told him, in the field, we see movies, but they portray a certain area differently. I asked him, can he differentiate, is Indiana Jones as precise to anthropology careers? Now, I was wondering, when you see like foster care things or anything like that, like in a movie, is that precise, or like how exactly do you get assigned to like a home, or how does that work?
Well, okay, the foster care itself is very complex. There's the legit ones, they take you away from your parents because of neglect, physical, emotional, or physical abuse. There's other cases where the parents just give their kids up, but in my case, it wasn't. They gave me up. No, it was other circumstances. But the way they portray us in movies is way off. They either make it seem like we're victims all the time, or they make it seem like we're ungrateful and that we don't know how to let go and that we're full of vengeance, and that's way off. But I don't know if you've seen The Fosters. It's a program at ABC. That's the most realistic thing I've ever seen of foster care. They have social workers, they have a lesbian couple, which it's pretty cool to see. I think it's a little mix. But foster care in movies, they make it seem like they're the worst. That's why we have automatically when adults think foster care, they think of dropouts, druggies, prostitutes. They get pregnant before they turn 15. They think of, they're fucked up in the head, and it's like, no, like that.
We can't have no bad words.
Sorry, my bad. Sorry. It's just they automatically think, oh, you're crazy, and that's not how it works. Foster youth, they're just kids and teenagers who have been hurt and they don't know how to cope with it, I think. But if the right people stick to their life, they can become great adults, I think. But it just takes a lot of patience to deal with them.
And the process to get assigned to a home, how does that work out?
It depends on the social worker. If the social worker's good, they'll sit down, talk to you. But if they're doing it for the paycheck, they'll put you in any placement that's open. And that's the worst, because sometimes the placement is very bad, because if the foster parent is doing it for money, they're literally ahead of home like this. Oh yeah, do whatever you want, but when your social worker's here, you have to be here. They didn't care what you were doing, who you were with. You could have got killed. They wouldn't care. There's other foster parents that, if I had a couple, they care about you. They don't see you as, oh, you're just a paycheck. They see you as a human being. They see you as a daughter. They see you as their own kid. And those are the people that make the difference. And thanks to foster parents, I am the young lady I am today. If not, I would have not finished the high school. I would not be here. I wouldn't. It's going to be a year that I stopped drinking and smoking thanks to them, because they helped me realize that that doesn't take you anywhere in life. And like I said, there's a lot of bad, ungrateful, and foster youth that tend to follow that cycle. But there's also good, but that takes a lot of patience. Trust, that was a heart attack to them most of the time.
Now, when it comes to seeing the social worker, though, is it always only one family that they'll talk to you about, or will they have a document with more than one, and you can look through it?
No, when it comes to placing you, they don't give you options. You see an open place, especially if you're rebellious, they'll put you in a group home, which is the worst, because it's like mini juvie. But so far, I've heard bad stuff, but I have heard recently that there's a good group home out there, but it's very rare. But they don't give you options. It's like a dog, like a dog in the street. The dog goes wherever there's shelter, wherever there's food. That's how they see us. Wherever there's a good roof, they put us there.
So when we look at movies where all of a sudden a couple walks into the place, that doesn't happen, right? Where they actually get to meet the different people in the group home, or?
No, that only happens in orphanages, but those are rare nowadays. But in foster care now, they don't give you that. Unless you're getting adopted, then yeah, you can meet different families, but most foster youth from the age of 10 and older, they don't get adopted. They usually adopt the cute little babies, because they're like, oh, you're so cute, but that's about it.
Yeah, because I know that they had the Three Stooges, and I don't know if that would be accurate.
No, yeah, no. The older you are, the harder it is to find a good family. But yeah, I love that movie personally. So
You talked about emancipated. What does that term mean for foster care?
emancipated is, well, when you grow out of the system, when you're on your own. When it used to be before, when you were 18, they would like, you're out of the system, you're on your own. But they what do you call it? They extended it to the age of 23 now, and it's just like, it's crazy because I'm like, by the age of 23, you should already know what you want to do in life. But then again, every foster youth is different. Maybe they didn't, I guess they have mommy or daddy issues, I guess. But for me, it's like you have to do it all on your own eventually. So that's what emancipated is, when you're independent and you don't have to deal with social workers anymore, and they close your foster care case. So the only one that can see it is like your social worker, your lawyer, your judge, and your probation officer if you have one.
What are your thoughts, Peggy? Feel free to ask anything as well.
So, have you ever been in a situation where the foster parents were just in it for the paycheck?
Yes, I've been in 5 foster homes. The first 2 were like that. The third was horrible, and the last 2 were amazing. They were family to me. They taught me to let go, to forgive, and they taught me that you gotta respect yourself if you need respect.
That's cool. Are you still living with your foster parents, or?
Currently, I am. I don't really see them as foster parents.
Well, your parents.
Yeah. Yeah. With them, yeah, until I can like get my own apartment. So yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you have any little brothers or sisters, or older brothers or sisters?
Yes, I have one blood brother. He's 12. He looks exactly like me, so I say we're twins, even though I'm 19 and he's 12, you know. And then I have, we're not really blood related, but she looks exactly like me, and I saw her grow up in the system. Mm-hmm. Her name's Promise. She's my world. She's 7. She's special, though. She has ADHD, and her skull's cracked in half.
Oh, my goodness.
So, anyone puts a finger on her, I know, I adore her. She's my world. Out of the 2 siblings I have, she is the one I love. So
that's nice to hear. That's it.
Okay. So you mentioned how, one didn't work out and so forth. Do you get like a chance to maybe get called up by a social worker checking in on you, being like, are you happy there? Do you want to get out of there?
They do that. They have to do monitored visits once a month, but now it's just like I don't have to deal with her, so I'm happy. But yeah, usually they go to your house and they talk to you for like top an hour, but my social workers would be there like 5 minutes and then they would leave. So yeah.
Not bad. Now for the both of you, after high school, did you know right away you wanted to come to Cerritos College? Was there something that stood out from the campus, or how did that go about?
No, I didn't want to come to a JC. I messed up my senior year. Like, I was ditching, and I got really bad grades, so I didn't really have a choice. But, it's opened a lot of gateways for me as far as the biogenetic scholarship and being here on the radio, so I can't really complain. I mean, it's a pretty cool campus. It's not as bad as LBCC because you don't see everybody that you saw in high school, so.
Nah, that's cool. No one thought I would graduate high school. I did. Barely. Like, I had to go to, I had to take Apex classes. I don't know which, it's a computer class.
Okay.
Where you have to take online classes to catch up. I was in there for a very long time. I was taking
0 period and, 8th period.
But after high school, I was shocked that I graduate. And then my foster family was like, oh, you should go to college. And I was just like, college? Like, me in college? I barely graduated high school, right? And I was looking into the military, but I respect the military, but I didn't have the guts to. So I was like, nah, I won't do that. So I checked out Rio Hondo community. I checked out Long Beach. Long Beach, I only liked it because it was Long Beach, you know, like the city. It was like, oh my God, right? But not the campus. Rio Hondo, I liked it because there was a lot of nature in it. And then I came here, and I only liked it. What really stood out to me was the LINK program, because it was especially for foster youth. And that's the only reason that I'm about to transfer to Cal State Long Beach, because they helped me see that education is a key to success in life. So the program, and then once I started to actually come here, I fell in love with the campus, and the people are pretty amazing. But Cerritos, I think it's a good school to come to, so can't complain.
Yeah.
Sounds cool. We'll be right back after these public service announcements.
I've been a nerd all my life.
Tuesday mornings at 11 Pacific on WPMD, it's Nerd Talk.
Yeah, Nerd Talk Radio is actually a show for nerds by nerds.
Get your nerd on.
I think the reason why I like doing the show is mostly because I get to talk about things that you don't really get to talk about anywhere else.
Tuesdays at 11 a.m. Pacific on WPMD on the net, where people make a difference.
We talk about many subjects like Dragon Ball Z, anime, Ninja Turtles, and everything that falls under the nerd culture.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. To find out how to start saving energy so you can start saving money, visit EnergySavers.gov. Brought to you by the United States Department of Energy, the Ad Council, and WPMD on the net, where people make a difference. Now, I am back here with my guests. Now, did you know right away what you wanted to major in?
Yes, I did. In the 8th grade, I had a really cool science teacher. His name was Dr. Ortner. He was actually in the Ripley's Believe It or Not book. He's the million volt man. And he passes 1,000,000 volts through his body to a paddle of wood, and it catches on fire. It was really cool, and he inspired me to pursue in biology and science. So I already knew when I came here what I wanted to do, because my high school teacher too, her name was Miss Lopez. She got me into genetics. So yeah, I knew.
That's cool. Since I have a sister who is interesting, I hate using the word special, so interesting goes. I wanted to be
well, she's perfect then, right?
Right, exactly.
She's
perfect in my eyes, but I wanted to be a child development teacher.
Okay.
I wanted to be a special ed teacher, but child development major. It was because I wanted to be able to teach her when she was older, you know. But everyone tells me, oh, you'd be a good teacher because I love kids. But once I started taking Child Development 101, I think, I hated it, with a passion. So I'm just I can babysit, but, I'll volunteer. But me getting paid for this.
You know what? I give you props because I can babysit my niece for 2 hours tops before she throws a tantrum. And I'm just leave. Please just take your kid.
I'm very patient.
I love her, but.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I can babysit all night. I love kids. They can hit me, whatever. I give them the look, and they're like, I'm sorry. I'm like, yeah, no worries. I can't be mad at kids. But then until recently, last semester, I took a speech class, Speech 100, I think. I forgot the professor's name, but I actually liked it. I had to go up and talk about food, or I love food, but I had to talk about food, presentation, and we did, and I liked it. And then everyone around me is like, oh, you're good at talking, you should do communications. I'm like, communications? So I looked into it, and I've always wanted to transfer to Cal State Long Beach, and it has a good program there. So I'm like, all right, I'll do communication studies. But yeah, I changed my major twice already. So.
Well, at least you know what you're going for now. Because a lot of people are still here 3 or 4 years, and they're in here, and they don't know what they're going to do.
I'm not trying to be stuck here forever. I love Cerritos, but not that much. So.
Yeah.
Now, I know that for transferring, some people, they usually like to take advantage of a program like TAG or so forth. How did you go about in preparation for getting to the university that you want to get to?
Well, thank you. I'm in the program EOPS, which is a extended opportunity program, and it helps me out a lot. I like it because there's requirements. You can't just automatically get on it. You have to go to, I think, 3 counseling sessions, and you have to go to math tutoring and English tutoring, and it keeps you on track. So I like the EOPS program.
Wow. I just went to go talk to my counselor, and I told him what I was interested in. He really helped me a lot, and I really have to give props to him. As far as the scholarship goes, I right now am Native American, and so the Native American funding is helping me out too, so I have to give props to them too.
Pretty cool. Definitely, I was going to get to the next topic, which is, did you guys have, so far, like a favorite professor, a mentor, here on campus?
Well, here on campus, she's not really a professor. She's more of she's my club advisor, and she's a counselor and, what? No, she helped me with classes too. Forgot what that's called, but Haida. She's part of Link. She's amazing. She's on. I think she's the reason why I'm still being a good person. Cause after a while, I tend to just want to give up, but I don't. So it works.
That's really cool. I'd have to say Dr. Lang. She was my geneticist anthropology professor 2 semesters ago, and she made it like amazingly easy, and it was really cool. So I really appreciated that.
Man, genetics and all that. I mean, just the sound of them big word classes. I'm like, man, they sound like long lectures, but
yeah,
they
it sounds
are
like torture.
They are long lectures, but I have to go through with it with what I want to do, so might as well get it over with.
I mean, when I first took an anthropology class, at first, I was like, 3 hours of watching changos. I mean, these videos, so many different changos. I mean, is it really, like, does it matter the type of name of the chango? I'm just seeing changos. And then they're like, oh, did he eat? And all of a sudden I see this one video, and I'm like, Chango's acting like gangs or something? Look at these two chola kind of gorillas. And it talked about how these 2 gorilla females went after this baby. They took it from the mom gorilla and ate it. I'm like, oh my gosh, what is going on? And they start talking about how they have gang mentality and how the changos and all the different primates all of a sudden have this pattern. Like, they're more complicated creatures than imaginable. I'm like, no way. No. Since when do they start, like, kidnapping and stuff like that? I thought, their brains and stuff, I thought all they do is eat bananas and stuff and just, lay around in grass. But there's a whole lot of psychology and stuff that goes on within anthropology. As far as, the habits, maybe cultural types of, the evolutions and stuff. How did people, start adapting, how the different creatures came to be and how they evolved. Like, what was it? How we're, 99% similar or something like that to, what is it? Is it the chimps?
I don't study changos, I'm sorry.
Well, one of the interesting lessons that I took out from it was never smile at a chimpanzee.
Got it. I never smile at one. Got it.
Because apparently they act all macho and stuff, and they're all going wild in the cage, and it's fascinating because apparently it means that you're saying I'm scared of you and you intimidate me and you're more superior, and the chimp is going wild all macho in the cage.
Well,
that's why it's making noises.
I won't smile at no one no more.
I just won't go to the zoo.
I was like, really? A smile can do all that just for a chimpanzee?
Well, I think they're complicated.
There.
Now, with your majors and stuff, what do you hope your career can be in the future?
I'd like to be a biogenetic scientist.
Okay.
But right now I'm pursuing a modeling career for a pennant magazine called Hot Rods.
Oh, modeling. Okay, cool.
Hold up, let me get your autograph, girl. Before you get all famous on us. I don't know what I want to do with it. I don't know if I want to teach it or I don't know. I might want to do some kind of business with it, but don't know yet.
Well, I definitely want to thank you all for taking the time to be on here. Deaf Man Music is next, and I want to thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.